We're back now with more of our exclusive interview with Pippa Middleton. Earlier, we discussed how she feels about her sudden fame. Now, on the upside, she's been able to use her popularity for philanthropic work. But as you will hear, she says that sometimes the downside is tough to navigate. After the royal wedding, Pippa Middleton was thrust into the spotlight. Pippa! The media clamored for information about her, any new photo, a big paycheck. And soon, Pippa became the paparazzi's biggest prize.
There is, a lot of the pressure I get in London, just my day-to-day routine. Occasionally I might get followed by paparazzi. And
have you had a hard time with that?
It's been a bit difficult, yeah. It's getting used to sort of not being entirely private and sort of feeling wherever I go, maybe someone will spot me, and for good or bad, it just means that I don't entirely relax, particularly when I'm in cities. Probably most.
If we were to jump out of this place we are right now, and I'm not going to say where we are, and walk down the street, how long would it take before we were surrounded?
I don't think it's that bad, but I think that the nature of Twitter and Facebook, people, even if they spot me, will just say they've just seen me somewhere, and particularly in a restaurant, that sort of could be the worst, because if someone tweets in a restaurant, then a photographer could turn up at the restaurant,
right,
and suddenly my private dinner is not so private.
I mentioned it has an upside and a downside, that the very same media and the very same people on those social media sites that want to make you the it girl, at some point they decide, we're done. And they sometimes want to tear you down. Have you experienced that?
Yes, quite a lot, actually. And
how do you deal with it?
It's hard sometimes, because I sort of, I have felt sort of publicly bullied a little bit, just by, when I read things that clearly aren't true, or that, whichever way someone looks at it, it's the negative side. And it's quite difficult, because effectively I'm just paving my way and trying to live a life like any 30-year-old. It's
interesting you use the word bullied, because I think it's a very apt term. I think a lot of young people, younger than you even, look at social media and feel the same thing when they see those negative comments.
And I think people feel they can say something about you online or on a web page when they would never say it to your face, but they think that's okay.
Anonymity is a very powerful thing.
Yeah, and so it's been difficult, and I think, just to sort of keep bouncing back and carrying on and trying not to let it affect you, it is hard, but it's just, again, it's trying to just be yourself and not read too much, and and make decisions based on what I feel is right and wrong.
In addition to her charity work, another one of Pippa Middleton's decisions to carry on has included becoming a writer. She's written columns for magazines like Vanity Fair, as well as published her first book on party planning called Celebrate. What's your life plan, Pippa? I mean, you've got this great opportunity. You've got people who know you by one name. You say Pippa, people pretty much know who we're talking about. You talked about opportunities. What do you want to do?
There's so much I'd love to achieve, and I still want to keep up the sport and health side of things, because that's really important to me. So trying to blend that in with my love of writing and food and entertaining. So there's a few things. Your first question was...
I just wonder if she had I'm sure there's guys watching wondering if she has a boyfriend.
God love you. Asking one of the public. Carson's like, hey, she's got a boyfriend?
Carson is the human thought bubble.
No, I love it. It's a very good question.
Right.
And yes, she does.
I think she is involved with something like that.
Okay. What's coming up?
Today we're going to talk to Pippa about the special man in her life. He's small, and he tends to drool, like a lot of men, probably. And he doesn't say much. Of course, we're talking about her nephew, Prince George, and we're also talking about Pippa's relationship with her sister, Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, tomorrow.